Hello everyone. In this lesson, we are going to talk about subject-verb agreement. The first is subject-verb agreement with prepositional phrases. When a prepositional phrase comes between the subject and the verb, be sure that the verb agrees with the subject. Maksudnya adalah, ketika ada prepositional phrase antara subjek dan verb, maka pastikan verb sesuai dengan subjeknya. For example, the key to the doors is in the drawer. Dalam kalimat ini, subjeknya adalah the key. Verbnya adalah is. Ada prepositional phrase to the doors. Kita tetap harus melihat subjek yang terletak sebelum prepositional phrase, the key, yang merupakan singular. Maka verbnya juga harus singular, menggunakan is. The second example, the keys to the door are in the drawer. Dalam kalimat ini, subjeknya adalah the keys. Verbnya adalah are. Ada prepositional phrase to the door. Untuk subject-verb agreement, kita melihat subjek the keys yang terletak sebelum prepositional phrase. The keys merupakan plural, maka verbnya juga harus plural, are. Jadi, kita harus lebih teliti dalam subject-verb agreement with prepositional phrases, seperti dalam contoh, the key to the doors is in the drawer, dan the keys to the door are in the drawer. Now, let's compare these two sentences. The first, the interrogation conducted by 3 police officers have lasted several hours. The second sentence, the interrogation conducted by 3 police officers has lasted several hours. From those two sentences, which one is the correct sentence? Alright, the first sentence is incorrect. The second sentence is the correct one. Kalimat pertama, the interrogation conducted by 3 police officers have lasted several hours, merupakan incorrect, karena verb have lasted tidak sesuai dengan subject the interrogation. Kalimat yang lebih tepat adalah kalimat kedua. The interrogation conducted by 3 police officers has lasted several hours. Subjek singular, the interrogation, lebih tepat dengan verb yang singular juga, has lasted. The interrogation conducted by 3 police officers has lasted several hours. Yang kedua dari subject-verb agreement adalah subject-verb agreement after expressions of quantity. When an expression of quantity is the subject, the verb agrees with the object of preposition. Ketika ada expression of quantity seperti all, most, some, half yang diikuti oleh prepositional phrase, maka verbnya harus sesuai dengan object of preposition. For example, all of the book was interesting. Dalam kalimat pertama, subject all of the book adalah singular, karena the object of preposition book adalah singular. Maka, verbnya juga harus singular menggunakan was. The second example, all of the books were interesting. Dalam kalimat kedua, subject all of the books adalah plural, karena the object of preposition books adalah plural. Maka, verbnya menggunakan were. The third example, all of the information was interesting. Dalam kalimat ini, all of the information merupakan singular, karena object of preposition information merupakan uncountable. Maka, verbnya menggunakan was untuk singular. Yang ketiga dari subject-verb agreement adalah subject-verb agreement after inverted verbs. After question words, negative expressions, place expressions, conditions without if, and comparison, the verb agrees with the subject which is inverted. Ketika sebuah kalimat diawali dengan question words, negative expressions, place expressions, conditions without if, dan comparison, maka verbnya dibalik dengan subject. Kita tetap harus melihat kesesuaian antara subject dan verb tersebut. For example, behind the house were the bicycles I wanted. Dalam kalimat ini, place expression behind the house terletak di awal kalimat. Jadi, verbnya dibalik dengan subject, were the bicycles. Karena subject adalah plural, the bicycles, maka verbnya juga harus plural, menggunakan were. Behind the house were the bicycles I wanted. The second example, how many huge mistakes has the teacher actually found in the research paper? Dalam kalimat ini, how many huge mistakes adalah question, maka verbnya dibalik dengan subject, has the teacher. Karena the teacher adalah singular, maka verbnya juga harus singular menggunakan has. How many huge mistakes has the teacher actually found in the research paper? The third example, seldom have 2 new books been so successful in a short period of time. Dalam kalimat ini, negative expression seldom terletak di awal kalimat. Jadi, verbnya dibalik dengan subject, have 2 new books. Karena subject adalah plural, 2 new books, maka verbnya juga harus plural menggunakan have. Seldom have 2 new books been so successful in a short period of time. The next example, John would be studying the chapters were he able to get hold of the book. Kalimat ini merupakan conditional tanpa if. Kalimat sesungguhnya adalah John would be studying the chapters if he were able to get hold of the book. Setelah if-nya dibuang, maka verbnya dibalik dengan subject, were he. Untuk conditional if, subject he menggunakan verb were. John would be studying the chapters were he able to get hold of the book. The last example, this chapter has many more exercises than does the next one. Kalimat ini merupakan comparison. This chapter has many more exercises than. Kemudian, klausa berikutnya, verb dibalik dengan subject, does the next one. Karena subject merupakan singular, the next one, maka verbnya menggunakan does. This chapter has many more exercises than does the next one. The next subject-verb agreement is subject-verb agreement after certain words. The following words or expressions are grammatically singular, so they take singular verbs. The words are anybody, anyone, anything, everybody, everyone, everything, nobody, no one, nothing, somebody, someone, something, each plus noun, every plus noun. Those words atau kata tersebut adalah singular. Jadi, ketika sebuah kalimat menggunakan subjek dengan kata tersebut, maka verbnya juga harus singular. For example, it is impossible to believe that somebody actually admires that man. Dalam kalimat ini, subjek somebody yang merupakan singular diikuti dengan verb admires yang juga singular. The second example, each package that is not properly wrapped has to be returned to the sender. Dalam kalimat ini, subjek each package merupakan singular, maka diikuti dengan verb has yang juga singular. Each package that is not properly wrapped has to be returned to the sender. Let's have an exercise. Question number 1. Scientist at the medical center is trying to determine if there is a relationship between saccharin and cancer. Please find the error word or phrase in this question. The answer is A, is trying, because the subject is in the form of plural noun, scientists. So, the verb should be in the form of plural, are trying. The correct sentence is, scientists at the medical center are trying to determine if there is a relationship between sickness and cancer. Question number 2. The buildings destroyed during the fire is being rebuilt at the taxpayer's expense. The correct answer is B, is, because the subject of this sentence, the buildings, is in the form of plural noun. So, the verb should be in the form of plural by using are. The correct sentence is, the buildings destroyed during the fire are being rebuilt at the taxpayer's expense. Question number 3. She did not know where most of the people in the room was from. The answer is D, was, because the subject is in the form of expression of quantity, most of the people, and the object of preposition is plural noun, people. So, the verb should be in the form of plural by using were. The correct sentence is, she did not know where most of the people in the room were from. Question number 4. In spite of what was decided at the meeting, half of the procedures was not changed. The answer is C, was, because the subject half of the procedures is in the form of expression of quantity, and the object of preposition is in the form of plural noun, procedures. So, the verb should be in the form of plural by using were. The correct sentence is, in spite of what was decided at the meeting, half of the procedures were not changed. Question number 5. 5 miles beyond the hills were a fire with its flames reaching up to the sky. The answer is B, were. In this sentence, the verb and the subject are inverted because there is place expression in the beginning of the sentence, 5 miles beyond the hills. The verb were should be changed into singular, was, because the subject is singular, a fire. The correct sentence is, 5 miles beyond the hills was a fire with its flames reaching up to the sky. Question number 6. Anybody who goes to the top of the Empire State Building is impressed with the view. The answer is A, go, because the subject who represents to singular noun anybody. So, the verb should be in the form of singular, goes. The correct sentence is, anybody who goes to the top of the Empire State Building is impressed with the view. Thank you for watching. Semoga bermanfaat.